I wanted to talk to you today about a topic that we usually kind of stray away from, and that is taxes. No, I'm not going to pretend to be an accountant and tell you how to get the most money back. I'm not going to tell you how much percentage you can deduct for this and that. No. What I'm going to go through is I'm going to talk to you today about what documents you should be keeping to take to your accountant at the end of the year. Okay, now what I do is I've got a folder that I keep mine in. I got it at the dollar store. Yep, I'm all about saving green there. And the reason I like it is because it has a folder on this side so you can stuff receipts in here. And then it also has the pocket folders here so you can print receipts out and put them in here. I like this. It works for me. It's bright. I actually have one in my house and I have one in my car. So that way I can stuff receipts in from the car and from the house. And then, once every couple of months I go through and kind of organize them and get them ready for tax season. So let's go ahead and talk about what you should be keeping receipts for. You want to keep receipts for all shipping. That can be the receipt for the actual shipping cost. That can be the mailers. That could be the packaging, the labels, anything related to shipping. You want to keep receipts for all supplies, and we're talking about pens, paper, ink, printer paper, notebook, planners, catalogs, business cards, the apps that you buy on your phone, all your personal makeup. Guess what? That's a tax deduction too. Any giveaways that you do either to your customers or to your individual team, that is a tax write-off. You want to keep lighting such as this. Yep, tax write-off. And any backdrops. If you go, I personally have like a piece of fabric that I have draped over a accordion screen thing, and that is a tax write-off as well. So you want to keep receipts for anything relating to your business. You guys, small as a pen, as big as you can write off a printer, depending on what you're using for your business. The next thing that you're going to want to keep receipts for is going to be any kind of marketing. Now that can be vendor events. That can be the tablecloth for your vendor event. That could be any kind of anything you get printed. That can be your business cards. That can be if you are out of town, you can actually keep and you can write off the cost of food while you're out of town, as well as traveling and lodging. So if you go maybe overnight somewhere and you stay in a hotel, that actually can also be written off. Okay, the next one and the one that I have found to be super important is mileage. Now, do not underestimate this because I did. And I don't know what the exact numbers are, but I know it's a huge write-off. I want to say it's about 80-ish cents. I'm not sure. You talk to your accountant on that. But you want to keep a log. So anytime that you do anything for business, you want to write those miles down. If you run to the dollar store to get, whatever it may be, bubble mailers, you want to write those miles down. You want to keep them in there or in your folder. Okay. If you run to, I do team meetings personally, and I actually go to another state where a large portion of my team is at, I write those miles down, and those are a tax write-off. So you want to keep a very detailed log on miles. There are some amazing apps out there. Some of them you do pay for. I want to say it's like $10 a month, but everybody I know that uses that app said that it has paid for itself in just the savings because it will log everything for you. You can also take pictures of receipts, so it keeps everything nice and tidy. Okay, the next thing that you'll want to really think about is going to be when you go to meetings. So if you go to a team meeting and you have lunch, that lunch is a tax deduction. You want to keep that receipt. Again, the miles. Anytime you do anything for your business, you want to write down the miles. Super important. If there's any parking fees. So I recently went to Salt Lake and I paid a vendor or a valet parking. And so that's a tax write-off. Okay. And the last thing that you want to keep an eye on is going to be your services that you use. So the first one is your cell phone. Now you cannot deduct 100% of your cell phone because you probably use it to, like call friends and family or do things that are not work related. But you can deduct a percentage of it. So you want to make sure that you have a printout of that bill so that you can write that off in your taxes. The next one is the internet. Same thing as the cell phone. You probably don't use the internet 100% for your business, but you can go on a sliding scale. Okay, and the next one is your home office. So again, talk to your accountant about this, but depending on where you do your work, your home office actually can be a tax deduction, but you want to talk to them about that. So I hope that this quick video gave you some ideas of what you should be keeping in your folder, or you can even use like a Ziploc bag. It doesn't have to be fancy. But you do want to keep in touch of all this, because I promise you the write-offs alone will save you a ton of money. If you're already spending the money and you're doing this, you might as well get the tax write-off for it. Please, if you have any questions, I can definitely give you some advice, but talk to an accountant. It can make a huge difference of whether or not you pay a bunch to the IRS or whether you don't. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.